We live? Low connection, but we're live. Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today I take flights in South African Airways Express colours on the flights from here in Port Elizabeth to Durban, King Shaka International Airport. Flights on today are looking at about an hour or so from start to finish, so hopefully will be a smooth old flight. So I'm streaming also in 1440p, so hopefully we'll be able to run this stream pretty smoothly. So I'll be monitoring OBS quite a lot in this flight to make sure everything's running smooth and not dropping out. But for the most part, we should be okay from start to finish. We'll jump a little bit, set the aircraft up, and prepare ourselves for our flight today. Yeah, so for those who were in the troubleshooting stream yesterday, you'd noticed that I was spending a lot of time kind of just, well, it was originally going to be a bus stream, but ultimately ended into a bit of a figuring out why things aren't properly working stream. But we should be okay now. Alright, first things first, activates the master battery. 80 pounds available, activate that. Activates the that's it really. Navigation lights. Got a fair bit of traffic here at King Shaka at the moment. Sorry, at Port Elizabeth at the moment. Got a few aircraft on their way out. Also, hang on, camera's a bit off colour. Yeah, like I said, I'm still figuring out how everything kind of looks and works. So I'm going to restream chats. Yeah, we're getting there. Oh, so yeah, also this camera's a bit off as well. That's something else I need to adjust at some point in the near future. We'll get there, we'll get there. But yes, flying in South African Express colours, flying in the CRJ-700 from Aerosoft. Again, very good aircraft, and I do highly recommend if you're looking for something fun for flight sim. Right, so that's all started. We'll jump down to the EFB tablets. Get that started up. Jump down to the lower pedestal. Start the IR switches. Turn on the backup radio. And jump over to the FMS. Right position. So we are currently at FAPE, Foxtrot Alpha, Papa Echo. Copy our GPS position. Paste that into the IRS position. In terms of our stand, I'm going to grab the Navigraph charts. So we find ourselves at Port Elizabeth stand. Give sim brief second to load. Now, it's not horrible, but it's actually not great. So you're on a wired connection as well. So I've given up on the Wi-Fi connection. We should be wired. We should be connected directly to the router. So FAPE to fail. Foxtrot Alpha Lima Echo. We will. Come on, sim. Flights. New flight. Sim brief. There we go. Right. Open charts list for the ground charts at Port Elizabeth. We are at stand Alpha 7. There we go. Right, so flight plan departing from FAPE, arriving at fail. Our waypoints, in a second. We'll start loading the passengers, so that'll take a couple of minutes. We'll start a flight from. We'll to brief today. There we go, took its time. So from Port Elizabeth to Durban, XZ1337, cruising at flight level 370. Flight time, we'll put 1 hour exactly on the clock. Departure in approximately on the hour, so 21 minutes. CRJ-700 with a passenger count of 58. There is no Wi-Fi, no entertainment, no boarding music. I've got South African Airways safe briefings, we'll be using that. There is snacks, there's no meal service, and with that, let's get boarding. We'll start plugging our waypoints in. So after departure, looking at runway 08 for departure, we go to the ITKIT waypoints. From there, we fly the Uniform Quebec 30 to Imlid, Uniform Quebec 12, to Dunsa. And that's our flight plan complete. Execute that, all good to go. Go back to our performance, cruising altitude, plugging in 370. And bed selection, let's have a look. Yeah, sorry, can't remember in the CRJ, you have to put it in full. Right, execute that. VNAV setup, transition altitude is going to be, go to my departure charts, there's no departure charts. There's no star charts, so I'm going to figure out where the transition is. Transition altitude 5,500. It's on the runway charts. So that's all set. 250 below 10,000, then target speed Mach cruise 0.74. And that should be our performance all set. Also fuel on board, I'm going to grab that from the charts. I will need to fill up from the tablets, but the fuel on board will be 4.1, so around 4,200, 4.2. Right, RS is lined, thank you very much, that in a second. We'll head over to our aircraft's performance, and we'll now start with the aircraft's passenger load. So we've got 58 people on board, enter that. Forward cargo, so our total payload is going to be 8.1. So plug in 2700 for the, sorry. Ignore me. 270 for the front. Into that. For the rear, it is 540. And fuel on board 4200. We have got tower on as well at King Shaka at Port Elizabeth, so we shall be speaking to them as well. So 4200. Whoops. There we go. Set code and simulator. Since you know what the sim's like, we didn't do that. Copy performance to FMS and fuel. We'll leave that as it is. Right, flap safe for departure. Dry runway conditions. So V1 rotator 130, V0, and that shall be our bugs set for departure. Passengers boarded, good to hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 1337. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now...
How's my connection, sorry? Because this is showing me that it's red, but we do appear to still be live. It's very, very odd. OBS is showing me completely dead. So there's still a lot for me to work out with this setup. But hey, we'll see how it goes. Right, so we'll make sure that our seatbelt signs are set as well. Tap the head panel here, so we need to activate the yaw damper, stabilizer trim, and Mac trim. No smoking, seatbelts on. Pack stay off until we are ready to push the start. This is interesting. So it appears that the tower frequency for Port Elizabeth is 122.8. So is Unicom. So this is an awkward situation where we're on tower frequency. Let me just double check the charts 2 seconds. I'm sure I'm looking at this correctly. There are a few airports in the world where 122.8 is the frequency. Is Port Elizabeth one of them? No, it should be 118.10. So I'm not quite sure what's gone on there. Tower's selected the wrong frequency. It's 118.10 it should be. No, it's not working. Disconnects. Otherwise, it can cause problems with this flight. Right, focus on our end. So, got from the aircraft, activates the fuel pumps. We'll start the APU. So, APU, put it into self-test mode. Watch the SOV to open. There we go. APU starts. Passengers have boarded, so we will close the doors, close the cargo. And that stairs is moving ever so slightly close to the aeroplane. Ever so slowly. Not quite sure what's going on there, but hey ho. Sorry, BBC News. Alright, AP is starting. We've set our aircraft up, put that onto the legs page. So I don't think there's any, well, we haven't got any departure star, but we are expecting runway 08 departure, so we shall plug that in. Execute that, and we are good to go. So initial 215, 370, 370, that's fine. VIN has been set, our departure performance set up on the tablet. So yeah, I've set our performance up. There is nothing left for me to do for departure. Performance, visualization. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So at this point, we are now ready for push and start. APU is available. Activate the APU leads, which are, I believe you just turn off the power, don't you? That's off. AV generators on. Sorry, auto. That's fine. Cool. So disconnect from the ground power now. We're really not quite sure what the ground surface are doing at this point in time. There you go. Stairs reset themselves. That's set off until start the engines up. Anti-icing will leave off for now, so we'll turn those on once the engines have started. That not really how we need them. We'll listen to the 82 seconds. We'll grab the weather information for Port Elizabeth.
Winds 110 at 11 knots Celsius. Visibility 10 kilometers. Temperature 19 degrees Celsius. Altimeter 1012. Winds 110 at 11 knots
Hang on.
Celsius.
Alright, altimeter 1012. Why have we lost our localization there? 1012. Why have we lost power? Films available. I'm sure it's active. Channel power active. APU is available. I'm fairly certain the APU is automatic. Battery's on. Flight plan's reset. Performance. Sorry, positioning. I need to double check. Has resets. Okay, well, replug it in there. It's not particularly long. FAPE, stick that as our position. Iris will realign itself. How very peculiar. Flight plan, so FAPE. Fail. Starting off with its kit. From there, uniform Quake 30 to inlet, uniform Quebec to 12 to Dunbar. Sorry, didn't start. Execute that. Departure runway 08. I must have switched off the APU there slightly too early. It's my only real guess as to why the IRS cut out. Where's the IRS alignment? Film's active, that's fine. That's fine. That's all fine. Hydraulics on automatic. This is reset itself. Alright, I guess this one's over. We're just waiting now for the IRS to realign, and then we should be ready for push and start. Like I said, my only suggestion is that I've probably turned off the APU. Sorry, disconnected from the what do you call it? The ground power a bit too early. Trying to remind myself, is there a time of the APU on the CRJ? I don't think there is. So I'm just going to have to sit it out for a couple of minutes, wait for that to happen. So 46.5 miles, that's fine. So you've got all the waypoints and directional information in there. It's just the IRS need to align. Done that. Switches set. There we go. Right, well. Fair enough. Cool, so we are now ready for push and start. We'll activate the beacon lights. Without going through that area for engine push and start. Local light won't turn on just yet because it's still bright day outside. But as we do make our way over to Port Elizabeth, the sun should start to set on us. Things should start to get a bit darker. Just double check with the ground charts. We are departing runway 08, which is to our left hand side. So we're pushing back facing west. We'll announce quickly on Unicom that we're going to push and start, so it means the ground traffic around us will have to hold puts. As for taxis, we're using Alpha, holding Alpha 1. Ground from flight deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request confirmed.
Recirculation fan comes on as well. So engine bleeds, engine shutdowns, PACX, that's fine. Seatbelts open, isolation fine. APUs active, that's fine. Parking brake and fuel pumps are on. Your dampener needs to slow off when the engine starts up then. Spoiler on, that's fine. All brakes fine. Cool, so everything is as it should be. Ground from flight deck.
Good evening, Captain. Yes, everything is ready down here, so please release the brakes.
Brakes released.
So let the ride begin.
Yep, so make sure that these are
Okay,
off.
gonna stop the turn. You may begin starting the engines, Captain.
Right, engine 2 starts. Just go for N2 to hit 12. Turn facing west.
For an important safety
Sure,
demonstration.
we'll turn by 90 degrees and bring you on a western course.
Welcome on board. We hope you have a great flight with South African Airways today. Now, nothing is more important to us than your safety. So, even if you're a frequent flyer, we appreciate your attention.
South African welcome to everyone on board. Civil aviation regulations require your compliance with the illuminated passenger
Stop
information
pushback.
signs, posted placards, and all instructions from the flight crew.
Stop
For your safety
pushback.
and that of your fellow passengers,
Fine,
your baggage
I'm
must now
gonna
be
stop the
secured,
tractor
stowed,
and wait
away
until the
from
parking
or
brakes are
under the
set.
seat in front
Brakes
of you.
set.
If you're seated
Okay,
at an emergency
sir.
exit, your
Pushback
hand baggage
pins
cannot
are
be stored
removed.
under the
Now it's your turn.
but must go into an
Right, engine 2 is stable, engine 1 starts.
as some of the items may have shifted. Seatbelt signs are visible throughout the cabin. Whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated, please fasten your seatbelt by
That's Gen
pushing
2.
the flat metal end of
That
the
hits
belt
12,
to the buckle.
engine 1 starts.
Adjust the belt by pulling the strap.
While we're here, so check my performance once again. Our takeoff trim needs to be set to 7.4.
We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight. Seatbelts for infants will be provided by the crew. The use
There
of
we go.
portable electronic devices is restricted during taxi, takeoff, and landing. Transmitting devices equipped with flight mode or its equivalent may
Put a
be
little bit
standby
of
once the seatbelt signs are
backlighting on just in case the sun will set on us, so just get a bit of brightness going.
Transmitting devices not equipped with flight mode present a risk to the aircraft navigational system and must remain switched on throughout the flight. Please consult the safety guide in South Warner magazine for a list of devices approved for use during the flight.
I'm sure all the jet warning lights now hidden, so just the notice is set, stabilizer trim is reset. Activates the no, turn the energy lights on, okay, that gets armed. And the window heating. So those to low for now, probe heats come on, and that is that. Turn off the APU, activate the PACX. APS fuel closed, seatbelts active, no speakers active, and parking brake is on. Perfect. We'll now announce that we are taxiing to the runway 08. We will turn on the taxi lights. Parking brake released. And let's taxi to the runway.
Bring the tape around your waist and fasten the clips in front. Only inflate your life jacket when you reach the exit by pulling the toggle sharply downwards. You can re-inflate the life jacket by blowing into the mouthpiece. A whistle is provided. Immediately assume this position and wait for further instructions from the crew. Prior to takeoff, take a moment to locate the emergency exit nearest to your seat. In an emergency,
Not sure if I know my next pilot fixed, given that up in Norway there is no more sunlight, dark most of the time, could be a little while. So the answer is, I'm afraid, not too sure.
please open the exit door as demonstrated. Exit signs are available at every main exit. This Airbus 340 has 8 main emergency exits.
Yeah, so the safe briefing from the A240, I don't think this airplane quite has 8 emergency exits, but hey ho.
There's a safety card in the seat pocket.
Right, so CRJ is my favourite aircraft. Obviously, it's my favourite aircraft to be reviewed, but certainly Microsoft Flight Sim, it's one of the more fun ones to fly. Very, very hands-on compared to other aircraft in flights at the moment, so certainly one that's worth flying, that's for sure. AP door should close automatically there, as far as I'm aware.
If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask any
Fair enough. The more you know.
to assist.
Okay, to press the door to open and close the AP door, and then you can button start and stop. Right, I'll remember that.
All of us at South African Airways, we wish you an enjoyable flight.
The more you know, the more you know. So don't taxi particularly fast, given that there's traffic in front of us, and therefore needs to give us enough time to separate our aircraft with the other aircraft's departures and arrivals.
There's a reading light on the panel above.
Welcome, Cos, how are you doing? Welcome to Untitled Chats, how are you today? How are you? Why don't you do that, Sim? Why not? I'm quite happy with IVAO. Why not? So far so good, Liam. So far so good today. It's been quite relaxed, not really done too much, apart from messing around with my system, getting a bit more smooth. Spoke to Overclockers, got an update on the 3080, so fingers crossed that will speed things up a little bit. And yeah, kind of see where it goes from there, really. But you are right, freedom of communism. Interesting username. Yeah, South Africa, very beautiful country, so we're going to enjoy this flight today. Clear skies, a few clouds on the horizon heading to the south. Up to the north, pretty clear. Over King Shaka Durban International, we have certainly had a bit of cloud cover over there, so fingers crossed that also will clear up as we go as well. And yeah, see where it goes from there. I mean, let's say waffle. The reason I got banned was because of we don't have to provide you a reason why we banned you. Was it Rule 12, Rule 13, something like that? So the reason why I got banned, I literally don't know because they haven't told me. Where this plane out from says this is from the Aerosoft 1 marketplace now. I think they updated, well, Aerosoft 1 is like the new marketplace from Aerosoft, and so this is come from that. Yes, Philip, so South African so it's not South African Airways that fly, it's South African Express that fly the CRJ. So it is the subsidiary of SAA. Live weather, yes. Live time, no. Because again, everyone complains about light nights. How can we have 77 metal? You see invisible? Well, I've not done anything special, Spow. It just works. As I always say, if there's an update in the sim, update your mods. Metal also updates. Update it, that's all I can say. Remember flying from Cape Town to Port Elizabeth, 25 knots in the cross 27, you burst on 2 with fair geek, you do burst your tires on most landings. Alright, hold position on runway 08. The departing traffic should have, well, we'll double check their distance and clearance as soon as we line up. CRJ, a very nimble aircraft, very easy to taxi, using no throttle at the moment. Engines are currently at idle. Brake sets, do a quick visual check, departing traffic. They are clear, that's fine. So announce that lining up taking off. Transponder mode, Charlie. Never remember where the transponder switch aircraft on this aircraft is. Genuinely, it's the one thing I always keep the notice weather radar. Weather radar. I can never remember. I don't know why. Cinch. Nope, can't remember it, so I'll just activate it on IVAO. There we go. Never remember. Right, parking brake released. Landing lights on. Cabin crew, seats for departure please. Seats for departure. Cabin crew, seats for departure please. Seats for departure. So I've renamed Port Elizabeth to Gaffer, something like that. So I must admit, I'd need to hear somebody else say it before I could pronounce it myself for freedom. Flight request up for channel members, Lucas. Channel members, flight requests. Again, rotating 130 knots today. 130. 40. Engines 1-2 stable. Flaps. 100 knots. 120. B1, rotate. Still right, gear up. of a crosswind today, looking at 5-6 knots coming from left to right. We will raise the flaps now. Yes, forgot flaps there. Whoops. Could be worse. Right, navigation set, and we will use speeds to climb. Holding 250 knots. Autopilot engage. Going to lower the throttle into the climb position. At this point, the aircraft now has full control of us, riding on the FMS. I do have a MFS realistic Philip. I am running it at the moment. I'm using a CRJ profile for it. Yes, performance is much better than Africa Pilots, given that there is a slight bit less scenery being run at all times, so you do find performance out here does run a bit smoother than anywhere else in the world. But I do like it. I do like it. It's very, very pristine, very quiet, very pretty indeed. I must admit, the aircraft behind us do not leave enough space. They'll be the ones going around when they realise they can be a bit too close behind us. Getting your British Airways contracts. What are you doing with them, flights and pilots? What are you doing, British Airways? Good luck, dude. Congrats. Any offensive people plane? That's how. Well, get to 10,000 feet there. Chrissy first. It activates the transition altitude.
Gentlemen, we have now passed 2,000 feet. We will turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also
Not quite yet. Still got another few hundred feet to go. We'll go past 10,000, switch off the landing lights, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so looking at that. That comes off. Change over to, as you've done that for us, altitude control, altitude cap sets to 7,000. Hang on. I'm climbing it at 1,000 feet per minute, so I'll try and increase that slightly more. Holding it at Mach 0.605. Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Right, so yeah, continue to climb out. We'll get to the next waypoints and probably go for the right-hand turn. There is a climb on speed, but I don't quite know how to get to it. Reduce a little. That's what I get to do. So I'm trying to get this climb on speed mode. Speeds, holds, 320 knots, altitude set to 38,000 feet, so 37,000 feet. Should be climbing aeroplane. Pilots engaged. trying to remember what I'm doing differently. Speed is activated, that should be fine. Have I played the co-pilot seat? It's not a pilot, Chrissy boy, so the answer would be no to that. Ah, there we go. Right, that's more like it. Yeah, getting a little bit too hot there on the speeds. So just slow things down a tad. Now, overall, CRJ, very little aircraft fly, very fun. What was my go-to? So just like a little reminder so it all works properly. There we are, running smooth now. It's perfect. In terms of our position and movements, we are number 2 in the line of aircraft running towards Durban today. There is one aircraft on our right hand side flying at ever so slightly different routes to the rest of us. You can see what they're kind of doing at the moment. There's 1, 2 CRJs onto myself, and then the 738 is just out in front. Climbing through 70,000 feet, yes, looking much better now. So it was a speed, going a tad bit too fast there on the climb out. Whoops. Yep, 3 aircraft flying on today, so far so good. Welcome to channel, welcome to chats. Muta, welcome to Johannesburg, how are you doing? Welcome to channel, welcome to chats. We have updated the aircraft down, yes, we did update it today. That's, well, I saw that had to update Aerosoft 1 as well at the same time. Comair are affiliated with British Airways, but they're not British Airways. At least, I think they used to be affiliated until Kalula took over, but essentially Comair used to fly the 737, 200 and 400 in a British Airways livery down South Africa, but I believe they've changed over now to a different airline. Comair now a separate entity, flying on their own. No, so far so good from our CRJ today. There we go, aircraft's on its left right hand turn, flying on nav, flying very much without any problems. In terms of our arrival information and setup, we are looking at the runway 06 arrival. Oops, cancel that. Runway 06 on the ILS, and that'll be via the Dunsa 1 Alpha. Runway 06 Yankee or Zulu. So approach charts, ILS Yankee or Zulu. It's going to be the Zulu approach. And the Dunsa 1 Alpha. Execute that. That should just sit on flight plan without any problems, since Dunsa will be matching waypoints. No discontinuity, so we'll just do that. So replace Dunsa with Dunsa, and then replace the vectors, so that'll be the further approach. Execute that. Switch over to plan mode. And just quickly on the next page, go step by step. Yep, absolutely perfect. So flying in straight in. No real mess about the flight plan today. Straight line path. Rest of the way now into King Shaka. Alright, let's see who's on board today. Anyone recognise any famous names? Let's have a quick look. I personally think I'll find anybody on board today I may know, but you never know. No, not today. No names that I personally recognise. Anyone knows anyone, give us a shout and have a look at them. Cabin out, pretty simple. Yeah, I've got a small first class section front today. I don't think that's a CRJ South African. Oh look, GeForce drivers I'll download later. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, so I don't think there's any first class section in real life on the South African Express, but we certainly have it on this aircraft through PACX. Lucky passengers. Turn off seatbelt sign, give them their freedoms back. There's no smoking on that one. Let's go through the climb out. Welcome Captain Newar from South Africa, how are you doing? I'm Untitled Chapter. How to get that delivery blind sight? You can get it off of FlightControlReplay 2 in my case. FlightControlReplay 2, download this one. Sunset looking particularly nice. Although I've actually got a feeling that my data's not set up correctly because for some reason it disconnected earlier. Yep, it's turned that off automatically. Thank you very much, FlightControlReplay, for that. I always appreciate doing stuff my my Bing data. Always appreciated. I especially appreciate it when you take half an hour to turn it back on again. Really? Are you gonna let me turn it back on? It is on. Very odd. Did you miss a flight? Not at all, Benji. Still on climb outs. Still on climb out. Aircraft looking very good indeed today. Passing through 29,000, flight level 290, very nearly at our cruise again. Using it flight level 37 today, 370. Don't think it'll be at cruise for too long. Top percent will come up pretty soon later on. Transit marker not visible yet. And once you start sorting out our arrival information, that should then start to appear. So if I go back to my performance. Cruising out 2 down, instead of AppInTheAir, don't I? 370. Transitionals 5500. Should now calculate on top of descent when that comes into play. There you go, TFDi marker just after knee bop. Oh yeah, the Gaffer sim sceneries are fantastic in flights and blind sights, very good indeed. So I have got King Shaka and I have got Port Elizabeth, the two airports I'm flying between today. And I'm looking at the other reset one as well. What do you know what apps I'm using my quad simulators? Which apps you're referring to? Can you just stall in spin recovery? Not at the moment, Martin. Durban Flight Simulator unit game are certainly one of the best you can get. It's freeware, free to download. There's no real obligation behind it, like you just download it and use it. But no, the Microsoft Flight, the X-Planes Zone mod, one of the best. One of the best. Airport backtrack higher, not particularly blind sights. I've never really understood the reason for turning your head so you can look at the same monitor anyway. I don't know, not for me. I've certainly tried VR, VR's pretty good, and I hope to look into that one day in the future. But I don't know, the fact that your monitor's in front of you, and then you turn your head left and right just to look around the screen, like, I don't know. Unless you're sitting like this close to your monitor, and it's ultra-wide screen, I personally don't see a real need for it. So I don't know, that's just me. first screenshot for Volanta today. The sunset's going to look absolutely stunning on this flight. Also the contrast just behind us. Little streak. See that crop over there? Also on its way to King Shaka at the moment. You can see a few flashing lights of passing traffic. Also, we have got ATC at Durban today, so a good chance we'll be speaking to something. Well, we've always seen someone arrive today. Update with information. Overcast at 50 feet. Okay, so very low cloud cover today. Interesting. So it's overcast at 50 feet. Yeah, that's some visibility. I'll see how that kind of works. 22.30.20. Connection 1011. Touching runway arriving 06. Okay, that's fine. So we'll pay attention to the weather on arrival. That's going to use ILS to guide us in for most parts. We're now slowly approaching cruising altitude. There you go, got our first screenshot uploaded to Volanta, if anyone wants to have a quick look at it. Just east of, so just to the west of East London. A very different East London to what I'm used to. Also, not quite sure about the flight plan there, but for some reason it has stuck another fail waypoint somewhere near Samoa, sorry. Inlet, don't fly over to Samoa, no flagging. The aircraft not done that, it's just a Volanta thing. Very odd. Very peculiar choice of waypoint there, but hey ho, we'll be alright. Yeah, so we're on Unicom, we're up at cruise, so far so good. I've not been to Africa before, pilot. I'd love to go one day. Potentially going to visit Ghana, maybe next year or the year after, but we'll see how things go. I'd love to visit. I'd love to see a lot of what goes on in the world out there. Been trying that for a year now, very good Michael, very nice. And now approaching cruising altitude, good to see. You're thinking of taking off from Europe, Middle East for your channel, very nice, do enjoy it. The whole world's in front of you there, dude, fly anywhere to anywhere. Bit of turbulence, that's fine. For us, not looking too bad at the moment, but we'll see how that changes. Worst case scenario, we do have some turbulence. We can also activate the turbulence mode in CRJ, which just numbs the controls slightly. Bounce the aircraft off for a slightly smoother flight. Got to remember, as soon as you hit cruising altitude, we then need to reduce the throttle and just stop the aircraft from going too fast while at cruise. Again, CRJ with its manual throttles do require to do a little bit of work to balance it out when you get to cruise. Right. So far, passengers efficient 95%. Passengers looking very happy with the flight so far. Cabin, nice and relaxed. Bit of nice lighting, low level lighting in the cabin. While looking out at the sun setting on the horizon. It's going to be a good flight tonight. It's going to be a very good flight indeed. There's a reason I opened up Photoshop Data. The whole point was to, well, turn that into that. So yeah, my monitor also captures both monitors, so I have to use Photoshop just to crop the other parts. The winds right now is about, we are looking at a tailwind of about 88 knots, so it's a bit of a push from the rear. Not affecting our airspeed too much, I must admit, now cruising at Mach 0.80. Top descent, about 100 and something like that. No, it's not affecting us too badly at the moment. Not affecting us too badly. No, already have geek. Use a map. Down Flight Sim, very nice there, Michael. Do enjoy it. Microsoft Flight Sim. It's not a perfect platform, but it is enjoyable. It is enjoyable. Yeah, I do absolutely adore it. And even the weather tonight looking very good indeed. So far so good today, Delta. So far so good. So I've not particularly done too much. I've just been spending this day relaxing. On Sunday, and I've got to head down to the Volanta Railway doing our first of our Santa runs, which should be pretty exciting. If anyone here watches Ashens, ooh, you got a bit of turbulence there. Anyone here watches Ashens on YouTube, then he's uploaded his first Advent calendar video for the year, which is very exciting for me. Yeah, it's like a bit turbulence now. I expect turbulence modes because, you know, that just smooths the aircraft out, and in fact it's a little bit too bad. Then see what's come on, and just send passengers back to their seats. Also, brightness that up a bit as well. Flood lighting. Can we dim it a little bit? Don't think we can. That's fine. Right, we want to create lighting there. Displays, dim them down a tiny bit. Overhead panel, overhead. Right, just a little bit as well. Cannot turn on dome lights. We are above 10,000 feet, but I prefer having a bit of a dark cockpit. Yeah, so that's it really. Sit back and relax. What flights for you? Think you're recording Gatwick to Moscow? Then do it. Doesn't matter if you're a rookie or not. Do what you're comfortable with. Do it. Fly where you want to. Go anywhere in the world you want to go. Delta, you think getting Flight Sim for Christmas? Could you list off a few pros and cons that would really help the decision? So, certain pros, it's a beautiful platform. Visually, it's one of the best ever Flight Sim wise. I mean, even right now, the sunset's behind us. I mean, the sunset, the ground lighting, how it hits the aircraft. The CRJ, by the way, the aircraft will pay our add-ons. If you're in Flight Sim, the CRJ has an extra like 40 quid on from Aerosoft, but it is worth it. It is a very good aircraft, this. Yeah, so it's beautiful visually. In terms of default world data, I mean, it's not terrible. It's not great in some aspects. Some of the airports can be a bit naff, but if you get it on PC, then there's a whole load of freewares on FlightSim.2 and FlightSim.com which you can download just to massively improve the sim in terms of scenery and that kind of stuff. FIFA aircraft, so you can get the A330-900, that's free. There is the Megapack A321, which some people report still working, so there's always that as an option as well. Yeah, the community behind it, pretty good as well. Some of the cons. The flight dynamics aren't perfect. If you want flight dynamics, X-Plane's the better platform for that. So it doesn't look as good until X-Plane 12, of course, releases, but yeah, Dynamics X-Plane's better. It's not a light sim. Expect to have about 100 gigs worth of downloads to do once you download the sim. That does take a bit of time. Yeah, that's about it really. It's a beautiful platform. Maybe not the most realistic to feel control-wise, but apart from that, especially at the moment we're on autopilot, it's not particularly doing much else. It's passable. It's passable. Also, check PC spec. If PC isn't particularly... I mean, my PC is not exactly the world beater in terms of its spec, but it can run Flight Sim without too many problems. Check your spec, see if it's something that can run Flight Sim without any problems. If it's a bit lackluster, maybe expect some issues, but we'll see. Would I get X-Plane 12? I would, Henry. I would, yes. Not too bad, Cithra. I'm not too bad. How are you doing? Well, channel, welcome to the chats. Yeah, so Microsoft Flight Sim has got 10 years of updates behind it. So Microsoft and the Cyber have guaranteed that they will be updating the sim constantly for at least 10 years. It could get extended, so it may see it a bit longer, but we've got at least 10 years of Microsoft Flight Sim before they retire it. I mean, that's more down to the third-party aircraft themselves, Brian. If they're not updating aircraft constantly, then you will see some add-ons break down, but for the most part, some of the major add-ons do seem to be running without too many problems. At least that's what I find. Yes, we've got ray tracing soon, plus the X12 finally implemented. Not perfect, some people are reporting it's not running as smooth as it could be, but it is certainly getting there as well. Yes, Dan, it is September now, so we are only 1 month away from MVIDIA G737 greatness. I tell you, I'm very, very excited for its release. Soon it comes out, the better it will be for all of us. Night lighting this. Beautiful. Have the heart bank on. Well, turbulence on mode on the moment. Half bank. Oh, yes, I do. Good spots. Not that we really needs any major banking the rest of the flight. If you look at the FMS, it's pretty much a straight line all the way down to the runway now. We are probably actually flying right ahead at the moment. What are we doing right now? We're doing 069. Runway heading is 062, so we're almost doing runway heading at this point. It's a straight line flight. There was something I was going to do. I was going to edit the screenshots and drop screenshot number 2 into Volanta. There you go, screenshot number 2, uploading slowly to Volanta. There we go. So it's a beautiful slimness. Cannot fault it. Cannot fault it. So we've already plugged in our arrival performance. In terms of landing speeds, looking at a VREF of 134 knots, with landing speed will be 129. VREF 134, landing 129. So as we start our descent, we'll look at slowing our aircrafts down to try and hit that speed on arrival. That's still on climb power. I've not had to reduce any throttle actually. The aircraft's performing very stable with its 76 knot push. So far, probably as good as we could expect for this one. And looking at the approach chart, so we've got a start, which is the Dunsa 1 Alpha arrival, which is again pretty straightforward. Start at Dunsa, just fly straight to the runway. So 2 Alpha takes us to the runway, 2 Bravo comes in for the other side, running on to runway 06 today. So straight line path in and land 180 knots, 210, 250 at Dunsa, that's fine. Approach charts, ILS Zulu 06 in that. And taxi charts will be, okay, this one for us to be fair, yeah, 06, leave it November, taxi down Alpha, and Foxtrot. We'll pin that. Cool. So as for our flight progress, we are just about midway now into this flight, halfway there. So far looking pretty good. Arrival time, as the crow flies, about 20 minutes, and maybe another 10 for the actual descent and landing. We're in about half an hour of landing today, and about half an hour to the end of our flights. So yeah, we are doing pretty well so far. Grab our FCR in the background. Even Drawyah, how are you doing? Finally got your 787 working for your Project Sunrise flight. Friday, Saturday, very nice, Charlie. Good luck with it. It's not an easy one. It is not an easy one. It's a long old way, that, but if it works for you dudes, then, well, good luck. It's not easy, but very rewarding. I'm hoping to wait for the release of the Quality Wings aircraft. As soon as that one comes out, then we'll try and do the Project Sunrise flights. I'm good as man, I'm good. How are you doing? Well, channel, come to chat. How are you today? This time next year, most flights will be something else. Oh yeah, by next Christmas, Stan, things will be a complete world away from what it is right now. I'm excited. I'm excited. I mean, I've been on this sim with, well, since pre-release. I've been at it long before it came out. Remember, I got the early access preview for Microsoft Flight Sim, and seeing it then compared to where it is now, it is a whole world away. It is a whole world away. So I'm excited for the future of Microsoft Flight Sim. What was I going to look for? I was going to look at our descent. So we've already got the altitude constraints set for us, pretty good. Interested to kind of see how we'll adjust the throttles. Hold on to that as well. I'm good there, Mr. Truman. How are you doing from Toronto? Welcome channel, welcome to chat. Hope you keeping well, dude. So again, we have got ATC for the arrival. We are using Unicom for descent, so make sure that's all set up at least for the top of descent. So inbound from the southwest. Transition 5-5. Using a Denso on Alpha start. The ILS runway 06. Getting a bit bumpy now again. Not majorly, not problematic, but certainly mind a bit of turbulence you do need to just keep an eye on as we continue the rest of this flight. Has anyone got the AI shipping add-on from Marketplace? Not sure, Fairlight, at least I don't think I've got it. Have you got reverse thrusters working? Nope, but I can activate them, which is... which switch is it? Engines, overhead locking... There is a switch to activate reverse thrust. Where is it? Should be on the pedestal here. I'm looking blind. Dampeners, that's the weather radar, flight deck door, that's fine, aileron trim, rudder trim, yeah, throttles off, so that's what I was thinking. Ah, sorry, yeah, right in front of me, reverse thrust arms, there we go. Sorry, I thought it was one of these switches here. No, it's actually just beneath the parking brake, sorry, the pitch hold. If you ever get yourself into a deep stall, you'll use this to try and recover it. Basically, it pushes everything forward, your yoke, your trim, everything forwards. Try and recover yourself from a deep stall. Although, unfortunately, finding yourself in a deep stall, good chance you won't be making it out of it there alive. Oh, I forget Kai's got trained today, doesn't he? He's up in Stansted. Tell you what, when I'm finished streaming, I might do like I might do an offline flight. So I won't stream a flight tonight. But I might do what time is he training until? So I'm landing in about 1 hour. I might do a short kind of offline flight to Inverness, just for the sake of giving him something to do. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll stream it to my Discord. What is the right plane for short haul flights? Well, depends what really you're flying. I mean, some airlines, like South African Airways, they use the CRJ, which you can already see now, it's dark outside. They use CRJ-700 for their express flights. You've got airlines like Ryanair, EasyJet, which fly the A320-737. And then you have airlines like Emirates, that fly the A380 short haul. Also Japan, they fly 787s domestically. They fly 747s domestically until they retired them, so really, it comes down to where you're flying and what route you're doing. He's got another half an hour to an hour. Okay, yeah, we should be more than enough for clearance at least. Oh, well, thanks for reminding me. I'll do an offline flight later on out at Stansted. For now, we focus on this one. It's only 25 minutes. Fair enough. So now we're reaching our top of descent. We will intercept the glide slope at an altitude of 3,000 feet. So let's reduce our altitude and then start our descent. Perfect. So activate speed control, reduce that to Mach 0.76. Let's descend. Not quite an idle throttle, we have got a little bit of power going to the aircraft. Again, it's really just a case of adjusting your throttle and adjusting the rate of descent to just kind of equal things out. So as you descend, you want to make sure that you're level by the intercept of the glide slope, but you're not too far behind it. And that's on Unicorn, they also are descending. Camera angles, Alex, you just set them in the sim like every other aircraft. Microsoft Flight's been set custom camera viewpoints. So, same process, same aircraft. Well, same process for different aircraft, really. Drone cam, I can use a Vexbox controller. But the custom viewpoints, you just set up as normal, really. I'm just increasing our throttle there, because I have noticed on a slightly high downward pitch. Not dangerous or anything. Still within the 2-degree limits, 2.5 degree limit, sorry. Yeah, it's just a case of adjusting your throttle, adjusting your pitch, and speed and rate of descent. Get yourself down to low enough altitude, we can intercept the glide slope with ease. Any more flights after this? Next flight, Michael, will be probably on Saturday. I want to try the bus again, so maybe tomorrow we'll do some the bus streaming again. See if that can run a bit smoother now. But next flights will probably be on Saturday. Also, I can try X-Plane as well at some points, but again, that's more offline testing. And touch wood, the 3080, maybe a bit sooner now, but we'll see how that kind of goes. If we get the 3080, then we're going to jump from 1440p right up to 4K streaming. But how'd it go, Charlie? I mean, I think it's running alright. It's not perfect, there are still some minor stabilisation issues every so often, but I think it's running better than it was yesterday. That's a fact. Running a lot better. See flashing lights behind us? There's another aircraft there. as long as in front of them, should be okay. Another aircraft has started its descent. We are now number 1 in the queue. In fact, an aircraft's disconnected. Fair enough. So yeah, we should be the first ones to land at destination today. Right, so we should be at 70,000 by Dunstart. I believe IMNID was 25,000, so we are currently on track for our descent. Zoom on the ND, gives more view of the range. Runway top of screen there at about 80 miles. Again, ignore TCAS off. I need to remember that. How do you activate the blimmin' transponder in this? I've got it active on an IVAO. I can never remember how it works in this aircraft. It's a switch, and the labels are not. They're not marked like Tara, TA, that kind of stuff. It uses something else, which I can. Is it that? It's that. I can never remember. It's the there you go. AT sector, system 1, system 2. That's what I need. Now it's on standby. Now it is transponding normally. I'll get there. I'll get there. Ooh, why's my lights still on? That's why my lights look a bit off today. I had my desk lights lamps still on. We're getting there. We are getting there. Just train down to 200 and 400, getting 10 extra frames. Weird though, you get any frame rates when you change from 400 originally. Maybe some 87 issue. Not sure there, Dan. I'm not too sure about that. You probably have to benchmark your settings and spec a bit and see kind of how it goes from there. You're going to instead of flights, going to do races because you watch YouTube called Flying Aces, and it's a habit. Sorry, he does racing a lot. Why not do both? Why not do both? Maybe stops you from doing multiple genres, Michael. I mean, I do a lot of train sims alongside flight sim. I don't do enough train sim, must admit. I should do some more of it on this channel more frequently. Maybe on Friday we'll do some train sim, but I do a lot of train sim on this channel. Watford have scored. Very annoying. Not really much from the passenger view. It is now just pitch black outside. Few roads, few kind of cities on the horizon. That's about it, really. Right, activates the seatbelt sign. Welcome training, how are you doing? Welcome channel, welcome chats, how are you today? How are you doing? Set the altimeter to low altimeter. Look at the ATIS. We are reporting altimeter 1011. So quick updates for the weather information. It's currently information Charlie active at King Shaka. We have 190 winds at 5 knots, plus 10 visibility, overcast still at 50 feet. 22 degrees centigrade, dew point to 0, connection 1, 0, 1, 1, arrival runway 06. Yes, we have information, Charlie, that is fine. I'll make sure that our ILS is now tuned for the runway, so it's 111.3 on the nav. On 3. And then of course, so we switch over to the localizer there. Course heading 062. 062. And then on the co-pilot side, just switch over to lights off. Give me a second. Co-pilot side, just increase that. Oh, really, I just need to see the nav source. That'll do it. Localizer one, that'll do it. Cool. Passing through 14,000 feet. Should be on SPAL. Transponder is active. Turn it off and on again. Right, TCAS off. TCAS now on. And it's also active on the altitude clients as well. TCAS does work. If an aircraft got too close to me, it would start shouting, well, traffic at me. Right. Very shortly, I'm to pass through 10,000 feet. Okay, reduce speed to 250 knots, idle throttle, drops the spoilers. Oh, I would have done the aircraft. Jeez, that was a bit violent. Don't expect the spoilers to be quite that effective, I must admit. Well, what can you say? Right, just in front of us now, that is the city of Durban. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing.
Return our final descent to your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any crash one final time. Please ensure to
In fact, I think that's the airport in sight.
Please also store any carry-on items either in the back pocket or under the
No, nope, just a high building or crane of some sort. Not quite the airport yet. We are connected to the localizer. We are now at 10,000 feet. Inbounds. Just grab the arrival chart, sorry. It's actually down to 210 knots now. So based on the approach charts, so max 250 at Dunsart, down to 210 by Lima Echo 005. So I'm going to reduce speed now. Just slowly slow the aircraft down as we continue our descent. That's one. Runways in sight. Reduce down to 180 knots, flaps 8. slowly assisting the aircraft's descent rate there. Flaps 20 miles to go. Whoops, I've done the click on the dashboards. And don't know what's on the dashboard. That always seems to slow this down for a second. We will tune over to frequency on Port Elizabeth. Sorry, on King Shaka. We're a tad bit above the glide slope. Again, certainly assist with that. Right, approach mode activates. Nav source localizer. The aircraft now manage our heading and descents. So far so good. Good evening, King Shaka Tower. This is... what's our call sign, sorry? South African Express. Our call sign is expressways. Good evening, King Shaka Tower. This is expressways 1337. Established runway 06.
Expressway 1337 Durban Tower, good evening. Clear to land, runway 06, wind 190 at 5 knots.
Clear to land, runway 06, expressways 1337. Of course, we're on localizer. Aircraft manage our descent and heading. Now all I've got to do is manage our speed. And in about a minute, we'll load landing gear and then go through our pre-land checks. Again, our minimum approach speed is our VRF is 134 knots. Far so good. Gear down. Flaps 40. Leg light as well, since we're going to be landing at night. Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Seats for landing. Oops, not a snack request. Definitely not a snack request.
You got it.
There you go, very pretty down below. It is night time, so okay, maybe the scenery not as clear as you'd expect in the day. But hey, what can you say? Cabin lights, cabin lights already dim actually. Yep. Maximum brightness is like that. Yeah, we'll dim the cabin lights for landing. Nope, shot on final, Tanush. We're nearly there. Not quite, but we're nearly there. Right, gear down, we just do them manually, so do that. Reverse thrust is armed, cabin secure. We have landing clearance. Pre-land checks complete. Rip? Why'd be rip, Tanish? Just go fine on the flight time. Nothing particularly wrong with it. I remember Sasha caused a lot of problems for me, so no, not going to happen. Wind is currently 003 or yeah, behind us. Winds are variable. It's about 4 knots. Variable at 4 knots. Graphic preset, custom, Victor. Never use graphic presets, always just in custom.
Hello, good evening. This is Dallas. I'm good for the start.
Wait, 135 targeted. Continue.
So there's aircraft behind us now established. There's no aircraft just over there. Small queue forming here at King Shaka. Yeti Neat, closing FS realistic. 1000, stable approach. Autopilot off, final control. Let's get variable winds. I don't know if they're 180 now, heading 18485. It's only about 4 knots, so not problematic for us. It is now a tailwind. It's not perfect yet, Cam. There we go, get rid of the green screen behind it, border. Not perfect, but it does the job for now. Throttle. First thrust sets. knots. 60 knots, reverses idle. There we go. Welcome to King Shaka.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 8:02 p.m. and
Spoilers
it's
down.
currently about 20
Flaps
degrees
up.
Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use
Make a left-hand turn and taxi down Alpha. Expressways 1337 clear of runway. APU starts, landing lights off, taxi lights on, APU starts. Taxi to ramp via Alpha and Foxtrot for Expressways 1337. Thank you very much. How do we do? Not too bad. A little bit of a float, but landed within the touchdown marks, which at night I lit up quite nicely, so can't fault stats. Overall, can't fault it too much. Yes, and we got an applause. Thank you, FS Realistic. So on the left hand side you'll be able to see another aircraft come into land. Number 3 just behind it. Yep, strobes off. Oops, I needed that. Just spamming overall. Don't care if they're upset. If they're going to spam cause problems, then I'm going to come back. That's on them, I'm afraid. All that. Didn't return, not tonight, Tanush. Not tonight, just a one-way flight today to Durban. There's the first aircrafts. Bought them onto the right times, back up to 249, now to stock. Yep, got it Black Friday, fair lights. So, what's the main reason I bought it? Black Friday, slightly cheaper.
Expressway 155, taxi to ramp by Foxtrot.
Here it goes, here comes number 3 landing. And touchdown.
Expressway 255, tower guide. Expressway 255, tower.
The transponder switched off. There we go. Back when I went to school, I woke up about 7:40 every day. Leave the house at 8 o'clock. Sometimes a bit earlier, sometimes a bit later. You ask me the question in every single stream, Mads. I don't even know why you ask it. You ask it every single question.
Expressway.
Yes, live weather. Yes, time is night at the moment.
At 165, Durban tower, reaching 1.
So standard choice.
Expressway 135, taxi to the gate, Alpha Foxtrot.
We shall choose this stand. Why? It has ground services for us, and therefore, potentially, we can find ourselves... okay, apart from the fuel truck part of this gate, on the actual... Okay, no, won't do that. It's annoying, because we'd have a ground marshal there.
Okay, 0878, right up tower, say again.
Alpha 10, that'll do us fine.
Nordic Air 87
No remote gaming, everybody else said no. The answer is no. Right, hold position. Parking brake sets. AP is available. Engines off. Seatbelt light signs off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Durban. The local time right now is approximately 11 past 10. Temperature outside right now it's a nice and warm at 22 degrees centigrade. We thank you for watching. Thank you for flying today. Yeah, I hope you have a safe on journey. Cabin crew, just on doors and cross check, please. Let's open doors. Would they use jet bridge here? Would they use? I believe they would actually. I'll tell you what. We'll use jet bridge. We'll use the nifty feature that CRJ has. So if I open up pushback helper. Yep, 1-1 with Watford. Just a bit disappointed by that, but hey ho. They did score a late goal back, so it is what it is. Right, next jetway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the guardrails on the stairs. That way jet bridge can connect without anything getting in the way. So turn off the taxi lights, turn off the beacon lights. We'll connect the ground power unit to the aircraft, so bring the cart over. AC is available, APU comes off. Open the cargo doors, and now the ground crew is to move up to the aircrafts. If they unsubscribe Robots Gaming, that's fine. I've still got plenty of okay. Not one of those kind of jet bridges, eh? No problem, doesn't move around. If they unsubscribe, that's fine. Still got another 35,000 who still subscribe. I'm not going to cry over it. Right, so re-raise the jet bridge arm holdy things, and we'll get them down. The guardrails, that's it. And bring them up to the passengers disembark. Not bad, that. Not bad at all. Passengers disembark, so actually we can already end the flights. There we go. Let's have a report, shall we? So XC1337, CRJ-700 from Port Elizabeth to Durban. Flight time 59 minutes. Planned departure 2200, flight 2204. Planned arrival, so actually if we departed on time, we'd have made that. Frequency change approved 122 decimates for expressways 1337. Take care and good night. Planned arrival 2100, 5 minutes behind. Passengers 58. Fair enough. Satisfaction 92, landing rate 108, flight time 1 hour and 17 minutes. Not a bad flight that, not a bad flight. Right, so I will... No return leg today, just a one-way flight today, just one way. What I was going to do, I'll grab a screenshot for the sake of Volanta. I will time out Robots Gaming, so they're annoying me now. Finish recording and disconnect from IVAO. Thank you for the ATC arrival today. We'll score all the exits and then we shall do the replays, I guess. Thank you, Michael, for the £1.50. Agent or Ryanair? I mean, I've been with both. Actually, I've never actually been with an agent. I've been with Olympic Airlines, a subsidiary. I have been with the subsidiary, but not with the actual airline themselves. Probably Ryanair. More destinations, cheaper airline. Have to be Ryanair, I'm afraid. Alright, let's have a look from the passenger point of view. So, open up CRJ King Shaka. And let's have a look. Second short final. Right hand side, look out the window, and let's go.
Terrain. Don't sink.
Yeah, we're gonna get all the
Don't sink.
GPWS messages from the
Don't sink.
aircraft, aren't we? Can't silence them. Okay, fair enough, just have to ignore them. Right,
Don't sink.
so short final
Don't sink.
from the right hand side. At this point we are on manual control, we are flying by hand, we're at
Don't sink.
coming up to 800 feet. For the most part, the approach itself was stable.
Sink.
There was that change of the winds coming from head to tail, that wasn't too bad to deal with.
Don't sink.
There was also one slight dip later on where you had to adjust the altitude,
Don't
but
sink.
apart from that, everything else seemed to go okay.
Don't sink. 500. Don't sink. Don't sink. 200. Don't sink. 100. 50. Don't sink. 40. 30. 20.
Yeah, there was a slight float on the short final there, but I'm not gonna fault it. We landed within the touchdown zone. We landed smooth. Passengers can't complain. There you go. Got the round of applause. That's an important bit there. Always around important bits. Right, let's have a look at from the left-hand side now. So coming in about, I don't know, 1,000 feet.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
There it goes. So yeah, aeromatic control. That's suggesting the pitch there. So pitching about 2 degrees, banking 4 degrees,
Don't
banking
sink.
minus 1. So again, small adjustments to the pitch. Sorry, small adjustments to the bank. The pitch is pretty much stable.
Don't sink.
Got the raw data there from FlightControlReplay. So altitude, pitch, bank, and heading.
100. Don't sink. 50. 40. 30. Don't sink. 20.
So pitching at about
10.
4 degrees. In daylight, unit gamer, it's night time. So the answer's no, I'm afraid. Okay, few important applause. Let's have a look from Telcam. Ah yes, Telcam in the CRJ is a bit different in that it's actually looking at tail as opposed to kind of what we normally get from that. So then an external camera that does tail. No, there's behind the wing view. Okay, behind the wing view it will be then today. So again, adjusting our positioning for the runway. We go a little bit above the glide slope, but again, nothing that we can just maintain. Which about 3 degrees. Over the lights. Over the thresholds. Yeah, if I idle the throttles a little bit early there on the flare, focus on a bit earlier, but we are well within the lights can see now. Okay, we're right at the end of the lights, just touched down, but we are within the lights, that's what is important. We'll do one more landing replay, and that'll be away from the aircraft at the end of the runway, so stick it in drone cam. Move the aircraft back a bit. Hang on, no, go back. Forgot to turn off the follow mode. Give me a second. Not weather. I'll do time, camera. There you go, now go to the aeroplane. Again, at the end of the lights we do touch down, so position ourselves slightly away from that. So did the landing lights exit on the replay? The answer is no. There we go. Right. So short final limb. There's the flare. And there's your touchdown. Not bad, not bad. So yeah, that brings us to the end of today's live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was only a short flight today from Durban to Port Elizabeth. Nice flight in South Africa. Part of what that I do enjoy flying out in Microsoft Flight Sim. So the plan is I'll try and do the bus again tomorrow now that it's running a bit more stable. On Friday we'll then try and do a bit of train sim, and on Saturday back to flight sim. We'll figure out which routes we do then. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you again in the very near future for some more flight sim action. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.